Hi everyone, it's Teresa. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. I have some fun planned for us today. But before we can even discuss what we need to play with, or how we're going to play, we need to wipe our feet off on our mat. Good job. Second thing we need to do is take a deep breath on the count of 3. Hold it. Feel whatever is making us frustrated, angry, sad, or if it's making us happy, we'll hold on to it a little extra longer. Okay? Then once you release your breath, you'll be free to play. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Feel it. Get rid of it. We're going to do something kind of fun today. At least I hope it's fun. I haven't played with this type of object in quite some time, and that is a palette knife. We're going to use some brushes, and we're going to do a sort of a muddled background. And then we're going to take and just put a black blob on there, and we're going to make it into something. It's going to teach your mind some new tricks, hopefully. It'll teach mine some new tricks, because it's like an old dog. It doesn't want to learn anything new. So I have the paints out today. On my background colors, I'm going to use a couple of different grays. Yes, I'm using Arteza. And all of the links are below if you want to buy some for yourself. Through the March 31st. It's just in the description box. I'm just using these because they're a thick consistency and I can play with them that way. I'm going to take some of their titanium white and maybe a bit of their Naples yellow, because I thought about hitting the watercolor, but then I saw this. I had a Naples yellow in the acrylic. Let's get started. I have to keep this part green, this part over here darkish brown, and we're just going to put on some stuff and just play with it, shall we? So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to lay some colors out. I do want one color. See, that's going to be sort of a metallic-y color, but that's okay. I'll be right with you. I have an idea. And the reason I have an idea is I'm going to need that color after all. So I'm back into the watercolor. Oopsie poops. Yep, here it is, right on top. The iced blue. Now you're going to say, you're going to play with watercolor and acrylic? That's what I do. You don't need a whole lot of the watercolor to do some really fun stuff. So we use the silver. And we're going to use a bit of cold gray. Here and there. Then we're going to use some straight up gray. I'm going to need a lot more paint than this. I already know that already. I just want to get some out on the palette. Just have some fun. Palette is our lovely stretched canvas. Now I'm going to break the rules here. I'm going to use some of their watercolor. We'll get to that corner. I'm trying to put paint everywhere, and when you work with a muddled or abstract background, you can't move fast. Sorry. I'm being bad. I'm talking fast again. It happens. I'm going to put some titanium white right through here. And then splotches of yellow are going to be around the side here. Okay? Oh boy, this is nerve-wracking. Not really, it's more fun than anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife. Here we go. And then we're going to just cut across the canvas. You can do any direction that you want. You can pick up and move that color in any direction. I have to turn it this way. Yeah, that's not going to work, but that's okay. We'll just flick up with it. And we really want this just sort of soft. Nothing too smancy, perfect. And we're just going to keep making little marks until we're satisfied. Now, if you're worried about making mud, take a piece of paper that you're going to use for painty papers. And I have this folder that I've been working with. And just use your palette knife off on that. That way you can add all the colors that you want. And just really keep blending and having more fun. And I'm loving the way that this lovely ice blue plays. So I'm going to use a little bit more of the watercolor. Breaking the rules, breaking the rules. That's what we do, right? We like to have a lot of fun. And I come in with a little bit more of that white. And we'll work on the yellow if we need it. So, I was trying to see if I have the wrong knife out, and I don't think I do. For some reason I think I'm holding it wrong, but I'm holding it just fine. So I'm going to come right up. I'm not going to worry about too much of the edges, because we're just going to probably paint them black anyway. But I want to come through here and just keep playing a little bit with the background colors. Oh, I'm loving this. This is just too much fun. They say there's a rhythm and magic when it comes to playing with abstract, and I say let your heart do what it wants to do. I'm not a professional abstract painter. I just like to paint. And we're going to do a focus item on here, so don't worry if you feel like you're not completing with the art skills that you have, because it all is art. Okay? I'm loving the way that looks. So I'm wiping the knife off on that lovely paper over there. And I keep kind of messing with here a little bit, not too much. Because I like the way it's coming, but I don't feel like I have enough paint on there. So I'm going to go in with a bit of the cold gray again. I'm going to warm it up a little bit. I still have a little bit of white. And I'm just going to leave some marks and kind of come over this way. I have a tripod leg there. You know how it gets. We like to have a lot of fun. We tend to do blunders and thunders. I really think that's looking pretty neat so far. What do I know? I'm just playing. I suggest you get out your paints and play with me. Rock stars. I do want to add just a tiny bit of raw sand here and a little bit right there. Not a whole lot. We're going to need that color in a little while. That looks good like that. Alright. We're having our finest Scooby-Doo hour. So what I want to do is I want to try to dry blend it with just a standard brush. Some paint on the side. I want to do this just to get paint smeared, but it looks like I don't have any, because it looks like I don't have much in areas, but we do. That is a lovely color. Alright, I'm going to put that in my water bin, put that down. Alright, here we go. I need some more colors up here. There's some areas that you can see are missing. So we're using a canvas. It doesn't look like it's getting fully covered. So I'm going to pause, be right back, and we're going to continue on with this. Be right back. Alrighty then. So I want to add a bit more of this color there, because I'm loving the way that's pulling things together. And a little more there. And a smidge there. Because we're about to switch colors out and go into our greens. That's scary. Truth, I'm scared. Don't be scared, love. You can do this. It all goes with how you feel. You know, just make sure you don't do all straight lines, because that could get kind of boring. Or just go straight across. That could be boring as well. So I have some of that lovely paint there. And I don't want to pick it up too far off the canvas. But I do want more of that color. I am loving that. Yes, yes, yes. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm going to come right through there. And I'm going to swoosh off of it. That is so satisfying. Now I'm going to go back with little dabs of white. Not too much. Not too fussy. Okay, and this time I think I'm going to try one of my rounder knives and pretend that we're buttering a piece of toast. I think that would be very pretty. I'm going to go across right there. Make sure I pull that paint up the back, and I have a baby wipe already out because I'm prepared. And pull that down like that. See, that there's giving me perfect movement. I really like the way that's looking. So now what I'm going to do, before your very eyes, is I'm going to keep my white right there. I'm going to move these colors that I have all separated. I have my grays and my blues for my sky. I have this section, I have this section, and I have the focal section all separated. It's a complicated mess. It's good fun though. Now we're going to go into a bit of our greens. I pulled out 5 colors. And this is going to be our green, this is going to be our dark section. We'll get there. And I put a bit of this lovely, I don't even know what color it is, I just picked it up. Chromium oxide green, olive green, and go right there with that one. And then I'm going to pick up the Prussian green. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Alright, nice and quiet, isn't it? Yeah. Teresa, you're thinking, I am thinking. I have this idea in my head. It's driving me a little crazy. So, you know, when you have that idea as an artist, you have to get it out. You just have to. So I'm going to use the one with the blue on it. I'll just take my baby wipe and wipe that off. No big deal. They clean up fine. So now what I need to do is I need to make sure I pick some up and move it around. It's a little bright. I'm going to tone it down. No worries. I have quite a bit on this knife, so I'm going to just come up a little bit. I tell you all not to go straight side up and down and all the other stuff when I turn around and do it, but it's okay. So we're going to darken the bottom of that half there anyway. Ooh, I do like that though. It's really pretty. I'm going to slide that color right over here. I don't want to waste it. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be just fine. It looks complicated and silly, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll get it. I'm going to go back into that olive green, because that's more of the color that I'm really looking for through here. I'm going to stay away from the one color that's too bright. And that's the phthalo blue. It's too blue. Go into a light sap green. That's a little bit okay. And then I'm going to go back into my white. Here we go. You're going to get a lot of miles out of these tubes, by the way, because they're thick, and as you can see, they spread beautifully. I love to play. I haven't played with something like this in a long time, and I'm excited. That's probably why I'm breathing a little bit harder. That's okay. We're just having fun anyway, right? Right. We're not hurting anybody. We're just having a little fun. Sweep that up, right in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of gray, just a cold gray, in a few spots here and there, so we can tie some of it all together. And I'll go in after the Naples yellow. And I'm going to pretty snazerific. Yeah, right, Teresa. What are you going to do with it? You'll see. We're not done yet. We're a ways from being done. We're getting close to what the main focus is. Okay, so now I'm going to take that brush again. I'm going to clean it off though, and dry it off. There we go. Now I'm going to blend. Just lightly go over it. knock some of the color back. See, now we're blending it and it's starting to really look better. Oh, I love that. I can feel you go, starts to look like a 5-year-old did it. Yeah, but that's the fun part of art. See, now I'm adding a little water. Because I want a soft focus. I don't want it harsh down here. And if I have to, I'll go up there and do the same thing. Perfection. Alright, I'm going to pause, dry this whole canvas, and I will be right back, and we'll do some more. Be right back. Okay, we have to do some blending real quick. The blending is right here, where the white is here. And then we'll get over here in a minute. But right now, I'm just going to want to pull some of this up. And I want to kind of go over some of the two darker areas up here. It's not exactly soft. And what I'm looking for is a soft background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep using my brush, my little angle brush. Okay, and I'm going to just lightly put some water on it. Just smooth it where it needs to be smoothed down. It'll all start to make sense. And put more right here, right there, and go up like that. It's looking different. That's what we're going for. I just want to smooth mainly the area here. And then smooth it across. A little more water. I can feel you go, hot mess, hot mess. Yeah, but it's fun hot mess. See, now we're getting where it's a lot softer and it starts to feel a little more soothing. Before it wasn't looking so soothing. It's kind of, you gods, that girl don't know what she's doing. Yeah, but it was fun not knowing what I was doing, wasn't it? Yeah, I agree. Go with a little bit of yellow. Just a little bit. I'll bring out my little palette knife and dry it off. Deep breath, here we go. Oops. Hold your canvas, Teresa. I'm going to dry that off. I'm going to go back in. And we're going to stagger some greens. It's looking a little too mixed, and we don't want it mixed like that. And I just pull that like that. I'm going with the light sap green, I think, this time. We put enough of that there, didn't we? Ooh. I'm going to go in with a bit of that feel here. It's a bluey color, and we kind of need that in areas. And now we're going to play with more magic. I'm going to just pick some up like that. And do the same over here to the corner. And then I'm going to get my hand on this knife, right? Sweep on over like that. Yes, now that's giving us movement. We weren't getting a whole lot of happy-go-lucky movement because I was trying to go too fussy and straight. You can't do that with the hamster. You have to go in and just arch your heart and let it be what it wants to be. So just if you want to come up like that, let it be. Now we're just going to mix and blend. I'm going to put that right there too. I'm going to put that in the jar. I'm going to pull out that brush again. Here we go. Just lightly. You don't want to go too fussy at it. You just want to go lightly at it. It'll all be just fine. So now we have to work on this corner. This corner is going to be tricky, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Payne's Gray. I can hear you go, oh my gosh, we're really going for this. Yeah, hold on for the ride. It's gonna be fun. If it turns into nothing, it turns into nothing. And what can I say? At least we tried something different. It's none of the same old, same old. Sometimes you just gotta get out of your head. Go for it. Okay. And I'm gonna get out my lovely knife again. Here we go. Are you ready? Take a little of this, move that over here, move this over here, move this over here. Now this time we're going to go right up. That seems a little crazy. But trust me, we got this. My nose is itching. Why do you have to itch in the middle of what I'm doing? I just stuck my finger in the green. I'm going to have to go fix that. That's okay. I'm going to get this palette knife in my hand correctly. I'm not used to painting with it, can you tell? I can't hold it right. There we go. That's looking different. I go in with my brush, because I was kind of naughty here. Sweep my finger out of the way there. Don't worry, we have to hit the white one more time. I'm not going to worry about it, I'm just moving everything out of my way. I'm going to go back in with a few more of these paints here, just over in this corner, because the rest of it's going to be dark. Yeah, we're going to use some black here in just a minute, but we're going to go in with some burnt umber, and then put some down here too. Deep breath, kids. Yeah, Payne's Gray. Let's put some Payne's Gray in there too. We kind of need a little more Payne's Gray than the brown color, but that's okay. It's all a process. We're not hurting anybody. We're just having fun. I can feel some abstract artists going, what is she doing? Oh my gosh. That girl is crazy. Yeah, we are. Just a little crazy. So now, I want to try to smooth that right there. Yep, that's where I'm going to be. I want to move that right there. Put that in there. Clean that brush off with the green. We're going to blend that. Boy, this has been tricky business, hasn't it? It's been fun, though. So we're just going to blend this a little. There's a reason we need to leave a little puddle over here. You're going to bring your dark kind of all the way over into your green. A little. Smooth that all back. And then kind of come up like that. And smooth it in. Yeah, that's looking marvelous. I don't understand what we're doing, Trace. I'm scared. Just relax. If we make mud, we make mud. That's what we do, right? I know. So what I want to do, where's my white? I thought I had my white. Here it is. It's on the back of a brush. I'm going to take my finger. This is going to be fun. Take my finger a little bit and here it is. I'm going to kind of soft focus some of that green up here. Move my finger around like that. Same goes down here. I'm just going to smooth it. Come all the way up a little. Try not to go into that brown. That could be a mess. And just play with that like that. Any other areas that I want to soft focus? Nope, I pretty much like the way that looks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it, and we're going to start on our focal part. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're at that hot mess stage, and you're all worried that it's not going to look right. I'm going to take some black, and I'm going to mess with you a little bit. We're going to have fun. I'm going to take some black. I'm going to take a brush once you dry it off. Mine has too much water on it. These are awesome brushes, by the way, and they're not expensive. Excuse me, hiccups. So now we're going to come in. And we're just going to lay some black in there. The black is needed. If I can't get it in the way I want to, I will pick up that palette knife and I will go back after it with a palette knife. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I showed my dad, he goes, "No, that's unique." And yeah, it's kind of fun. You don't always need to paint with a paintbrush, but we will be painting with it very soon. This is going to be one of the focal items, so what I'm going to do is come in and just spray it like this. And come right over here, and you're just going to go right in to all of that. It has to be sort of thick and textured. I'm going to take the palette knife and just gently move them right there. There we go. That feels good. Now I'm going to just gently move more of this black in a few areas. Don't worry, you're going to go, "Oh my god, Tris, you're killing it." Nah. We don't kill anything, we're just having fun. That's what it's all about. And we'll come in with some light brushwork later and fill it full of color. Because I can really feel you're going, "Where is she taking us today? This is not the Teresa we know." Yeah, but I'm the fun Teresa. I took over Teresa's boring spot. The, "Hi guys, my name's Teresa, blah, blah, blah." I'm her naughty twin. Actually, it's just Teresa showing you different ways to play. So you're going to leave a shape like that, okay? I can feel you go, "I don't understand where she's coming from." I'm going to leave it a little textured here and there. Okay? You leave it textured. I have to do a little bit more. I'm going to put it right on the palette knife. Put a little more texture right here. And I'm going to swoop it across here. Get my hand on this correctly. So I'm going to just kind of come in and lay some of this down flat. If I can't get it to lay flat the way I want to, then I will just pick up a brush. And I will continue to play. So I want the same shape. Pretty much right there. Yep, that's the shape we're finally getting what I want. It's taken me 50 years to get it, but gosh darn it, it's going to be worth it. So now I'm going to come right up again with a little more paint. I don't have near enough paint there. That looks good. Yeah. So I'm not going to mess with that yet, because if I do, I'm going to get frustrated with myself. I'm going to take my brush, clean it off. Just gently clean it off, not too fussy. I'm going to smooth that in. It'll make sense here in a bit. I'll take your word for it, Teresa. Please do. You're about to have so much fun, it's not even funny. So now that we have that in there, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to put the lid on this. I can't do any highlights or any shadows or anything like that because we haven't painted the item yet. So I am going to look to see if I have enough paint, which I do, that's black. Kinda not enough in one area, but that's okay. I'll just take this and just swoop it in. I have it on there nice and thick. Yep, there we go. And now I'm going to dry this and I will be back and I will show you how we're going to start having a little more detailed fun. Stay tuned, friends. Okay, I guess your curiosity is just biting you, isn't it? Ooh, we can't have it bite you for long. I want you to take out some red. I have crimson red here. Oh, that's a pretty color. I can start to feel your heartbeat a little faster. Where are we going, Trace? I'm going to take you for a little bit of interesting ride, my friends. Vermilion red. I want you to take a brush. Time to get started. I should have started with a small round brush, but if it doesn't work the way I want to, that's okay. I'm going to both those colors. I'm just going to tap. Not going to be too worried about it. And I'm going to just lay in a little happy-go-lucky mark like this. And then I'm just going to lightly trail around it like this. And I'm going to come right through here. Teresa, what are we doing? We're making a rose. Not the typical style roses that we make, but we're having fun anyway. And I'm just going to lay this in. Kind of give it some movement. Now I'm going to go back into those colors. It's going to squeak, don't worry about it. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to do a little light. Add a little pressure. Then pull up just as we get to right here. Okay? You're doing wonderful. Girl, I don't get it. Abstract fun loves abstract fun. So what I'm going to do is change that over like that. Here we go. I'm going to pull that petal right there because I think that's really pretty like that. Normally I would have something in front of me going, okay, I guess we'll get it, but we'll be fine. And vary your strokes like that. See? Beautiful. Look at you go. Yes. You're doing beautiful. Oh, I'm so proud of you. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to lay that brush down. And right to the tip of where that black is touching that green, I'm going to put another light little flower in. Oh, that's looking pretty. I don't understand it yet though, Tree. It's all about fun. That's all it is. I just want you to see things in a slightly different way. But we went into that. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. You just want to come in and play. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. So what if I don't like what I did there? You just pick up another brush. You can swoop that color back while it's still wet. Or you can add more black. It doesn't matter. We're going to go back in with a couple more layers anyway, so don't worry about it. We don't have enough layers on there. So then, it's going to be tricky here, but that's okay. I love it when it gets tricky. So we have a little line there. You don't want them exactly to touch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lay in another little cozy petal right here. I'm going to drag it to right there. I think it's different. It's a good thing it's different. It's meant to be abstract. So now I'm going to go back in to this color. Oh boy, here we go. Bravery test. We're going to add another one right here. This one's not going to be so vaguely detailed. Well, it will be detailed, but you know where I'm going with it. Okay, so we're going to just pull like that. And come right over like this. So how do I like these paints for abstracts, you ask? Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. You don't need to add a whole lot of water. Then I'm going to just make one final little petal like that. Oh, that's pretty. Yep, we have to go in with more layers. That's what we do. Only this time I'm going to leave that brush in there. I'm going to pull out a smaller detailed brush because I didn't do that. Always naughty, Teresa. Yes, I know. That just means I'm super sassy. A little white. Doesn't need a lot. Just a little white. Okay, I'm going to get that brush wet. Ooh, that's got black on it. That's okay. Don't know how it got there. It must be on the side of my jar. So you're going to go in with a little bit of white. And you're just going to lightly kind of, just a little. Doesn't need to be a lot. Yeah, now you're getting it. Look at your hands just move. You're doing beautiful. Now move this. And move that. Now I'm going to come right over here. Perfection. I don't really see anything too fascinating yet, Teresa. No, we're not done yet. You are impatient. That's okay. Should add a little water to this now here. We'll go back and do the other rose, don't worry. So this rose here needs a little more color. I'm going with a little bit more lighter base. Paint, not so thick. And that white's going to help me make it pop. We're going to add a few layers of that white. Don't you worry. I can get in there now. Whereas I couldn't get in with the angle brush before. It's just going to make things a lot much easier. And sweep that in there, just like that. So when you have a rose in your hand, you're going to notice that there's staggered petals. No petals are perfectly even. And since this one is lying on the ground after a hard rain, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to pull that down a little bit because I don't want a perfect line. See how we're starting to get a little bit of brush strokes? That's the happy place. It's my happy place. Don't tell anybody, but that's my happy place now. I used to hate them. And now I love them. So that's looking pretty pretty. If you say so, Teresa. I say so. I say you can do this. You can do it with your eyes shut, really. Okay? When we put the leaves in, it's going to make a whole lot more sense. We have to kind of take breaks for a second because I have to, well, we're at the 8-minute mark and this tends to shut off. So I'll be right back. We're going to do some more. Hold on. Okay, we need to add more white. Yes, more white. Teresa, why are we doing something like this? Because it's different. It's fun. You are like a little kid, but you're not a kid. You actually have a plan. That's the scary part. So I'm going to go over this again, lightly, with the white. I want to brighten this one up a little bit. Kind of come through here. We're going to add a little white to the other one again, don't worry. But we have to take this in stages. And I think I want another leaf. Like that. Oh, and we need one right there. Yes. Make it full and beautiful. So I wonder if I have enough paint. Yeah, I think I do. This paint is so thick and luscious to work with. It is craziness. I'm going to go in here again. I'm going to paint right over it because I want it a little brighter. Alright. Oh, that's looking gorgeous. I don't want pink, though. So I'm going to go back in with my crimson. I'm going to go back in with my crimson. Oh, you're in for a treat. That's so much fun. Alright, here we go. I come in. And because that color wasn't dry, it's going to be a little lighter, but don't worry about it. Oops, I went into the white. Can you believe I did that in front of you? Yeah, you can believe it. We don't care. We know how to fix it. You just wash the brush. No big deal. Now take that and I'm gonna... That's better. Now I can move that right there. Yes, look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at you go. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You can do anything. I'm going to show you how to play. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to get it done. Have some fun. Yeah. looking smurfing perfect. You can come right through there. So we can always add more black if we want to. So you see this little boob over here? Little booble? Not a boob. Pardon my English. Little booble. This is going to take you into another realm. This is going to be like a petal fell off of your lovely rose. Oh, Teresa, we love you. I love you too. But I just don't know, girl. Yeah, you can do this. Add some black back out on your palette, okay? You want this not too runny, but not too super thick, okay? So I'm going to go in and do a little more detail work. Not too much. Just kind of want to see how I'm wiggling in? You just want to do that. Oh, see, that looks so much better. So pretty. So pretty. You are doing just a phenomenal, phenomenal job. You really are. Look at that. Look what you're doing. It is amazing. Just amazing, I tell you. Oh, I'm so proud. My people are following me. I love you all so very much. These paints are just delicious to work with. I am not playing with you. They are well worth it. I will have links in that below. No, it's not a sales pitch. It's just an honest opinion. Alright, here we go. Now wiggle that through there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You didn't think you could do it, but I'm going to show you can do anything. Yes, I will. Okay, so you've got that there. Got to paint that a little bit more. That just doesn't look right. There we go. So we're going to go back over to this here flower here, even though we don't have the white in there yet. And we're going to just paint that petal like that. We'll be adding more red here in just a second. That is just so pretty. I can't even believe it myself, let me tell you. I love it. In fact, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Naples yellow. Let's live dangerously. Even with my hiccups. So in order to make that stick out a little better, we're going to have to come in with that white. And don't worry if it blends in with the black. It's going to do that because we have white and black that are wet on the palette. It's not a big deal. Just super awesome fun. Oh, I think we're finally going to get somewhere with this. Long videos make my whole day. Love it. So now I'm going to come right through here, and I'm just going to squiggle in like that. It's going to go gray. I'm not too fussy worried about that because we're going to go back over it again. That red, and probably more of that white. And I think that I'm going to come in. There we go. Just a little more like that. So pretty. It's looking marvelous, darling. Okay, so we have that Naples yellow out. Time to get seriously crazy. Are you ready? So I want you to lightly just come up. I have a little too much water on that brush, but that's okay. I'll just take it off. Then I want you just to blend it in gently. Why does your rose have the yellow on the inside? That's where I want to put it. I don't want to follow the conformist. We do things our way or the highway. That's just the way it is. If you don't like that, you just want to stick with the red, you can do that. Okay? I'm just testing it out on this color, and then I'm going to step back and look at it and see if I like it. So I'm going to take it away. And I don't like it. See? I stopped right away. Look at that. Instead, I'm going to go in with that vermilion red. See, that's the best part of just playing with abstract. You can make mistakes and go over it. A hidden mistake is a happy one. Go right over that with that lovely color. And we'll blend it on in. No big deal. You don't want all your petals the same shape anyway, because that gets boring. I'm going to let that color sit. I'm going to go back to my crimson, pull that out. Put that right there. Pretty. I like it. And I have paint all over my lid because it's on my fingers. Easy to wipe off, easy open tubes. No fussy, no mussy. Alright, here we go. Tracy made a boo-boo. I know. I was overthinking. That's okay. We can fix it. In fact, we are fixing it. Right now. Alright, look at us go. Look at us go. Look how fast we're moving. It's like the speed of light, I tell you. Well, not really, but it is. You can do this. Trace, I made a mistake. Trace made a mistake too. Showed you how to fix it. Don't be afraid of your paints. Just be afraid you're not painting. Because that makes me sad. Don't make Teresa sad. I should be writing about don't make Teresa sad, paint. And you go, yeah, right, whatever, kid. Teresa the boss. Someday I'll be a boss. Probably not this lifetime, but you never know. Alright, so now we have this lovely one over here that is waiting to be played with again. So you're just going to kind of smush that along, because it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a petal that fell off. No big deal. We'll go over that with the lovely black. We're going to go over it with black again anyway. You're doing wonderful. I'm proud of you. Really are. So I'm going to tighten this up a little bit right there. Yeah, I like that a lot. You can see where I have a little bit of the vermilion red where I don't want it. That's okay. I'm going to go in with a little bit of black. I'm going to start laying in our leaves. Are you excited for that? I'm excited for it. I don't know. I think we're onto a masterpiece here, even though it didn't take us much to do it. So I'm going to just lay this here. And go in with the black. See, it's all fixed. Yeah, look at that. Simple, easy. Simple and easy. For this rose, I'm going to come in with that black right underneath. There, that's better. Let's sweep that black out. Don't worry, we're going to go in and evaluate some areas. I'll wipe that off. I'm going to pause and be right back. Alright, welcome back. Welcome back to what we're doing. So I'm going to lay this down a little bit like that. That's looking good. And then I'm going to take that black, and I kind of want to skim it right here. Break up some of that green that we have going on. It went into the petal, don't worry about it. I'm just going to clean up the palette a little bit over here. The palette is wax paper, because I'm a little nuts like that. I'm going to go in and dry brush through there. A little through there. Alright, now I'm going to dry this, and we're going to see what we get. Stay tuned. Alright, everyone. Time for your bravery test. Put on your big girl panties, your big boy panties, and let's just play with Boov. Alright, you don't know who Boov is, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm just being playful. Just being playful. You're going to take your liner brush, go into one of your favorite greens. I'm going into that olive green because it is the color that I want. Deep breath. Blow it out. Steady your hand. Follow your heart. Here we go. Between these two here, I want a stem that leads out like that. Perfect. And I think right here, just going to lay another one like that. That looks good to me. What about down here? We'll get there. We're going to take it one step at a time. Okay? Because if I get too clustered, I'll forget what I'm doing. You don't want me to do that. So this one, I want kind of to lay a little bit over. So notice, I'm not doing any squiggles or wiggles. I'm just going in and just laying the paint on it. I want it to fall over, just like that. Oh, you did it. I'm so proud of you. Look what you're doing. You're doing so beautiful. I could cry. You're following everything so beautifully. So for this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Only I'm not going to let it fall so far over. But I'm just going to give the one edge a little bit of a pull and then pull that right off to the side. Oh, you were doing beautiful. I've never been so impressed with a group of people in my life. I mean it. I really mean it. I've got paint on my bin. I had to wipe it off. Things like that drive me crazy because I try not to pull out too much paint because I don't want to waste it. But I'm pulling it out now because we're going to be using it. So we have that stem there. So off that stem here, there has to be another flower. We went into that. Don't worry about it. You can pull it back. Just let it be. Let it be. There's no right or wrong. Just enjoy the process, okay? So this one is going to kind of come over like that. I'm going to lay that in there, just like that. There's no other colors yet. We're going to put them in. This is how acrylic is normally meant to be played with. So I'm going to take some of that paint off here. I'm going to put like a little baby one there. Not really a real baby one, but you know where I'm going. And then I'm going to kind of come up and turn the brush, just like that. Look what you created. Oh, you are genius. You are my people. You are geniuses. You just are. So I don't want this over here to look too crazy in plain, so I'm just going to throw that in there. Don't worry about that. Just let it be. We have to put in a different green, so that's why we're taking our time, using one green at a time. You're going to have to stop and dry, but that's okay. So for this one, right between these two here, I'm going to go in. I'm going to lay another leaf. Just like that. Do you see? I'm impressed. I'm just going to say it. I'm impressed with these colors. The reason I was a little nervous about this is I wasn't sure if they would go over the black, like most heavy-bodied acrylics do, but they do. Yes. So now I'm going to lay this here. I'll let it be. And I might lay another one here. And one right up there. Because we have to fill it in. It's just one of those processes you're just going to have to deal with, love. So here we're not going to really do too much defining. We're just going to lay some little leafage like it fell off in a storm. Now we're going to get crazy. This green here is going to help us. So we're just going to lay that in. I'm going to pull that off this side. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to lay that in. The reason I chose all the green colors the way I did is I wanted to just come in and just fill it full, have some fun, and just relax. You're going to lay your leaves on different shapes and sizes, so don't worry about it. Just come in and lay some squiggles of color. If you want to blat it like that, go for it. Like this. Do it. Hurt your heart and let the rest follow. We don't care. We're just having fun. Yeah, we haven't played like this. I haven't done this with you, and like I said, I had put up a poll, and I'm like, am I doing okay for you guys? Are you guys bored? Are you ladies and gents and boob bored? And you're like, no, we're not bored. Are you sure? Positive. Are you learning anything? Yeah. I don't want it to be a learning channel to where you feel like you're in school, but I do want you to relax. I want you to learn something different and enjoy the process of just getting a brush in your hand. The green that's light has to stay till last. Bad, Teresa. But you get where I'm coming from. I just want you to relax and learn. Enjoy everything you can get your hands on. And just know that there's nothing that you can't do, because guess who has faith in you? That's right, I do. So I'm going into that dark Prussian green. I'll get it right. And right through here, you're going to see, I'm going to add right there. I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, the shape right now. Right now we're just laying in colors, blocks of color. Now with this here I'm going to keep. These I did. But when you have bushes and things of flowers in your yard, everything is different. The roses are going to have different color depending upon where the sun hit, where the shade hit, things like that. So yeah, this product is really impressing me. It really is. Love it. I hope they love me, because I'm having too much fun to quit now. So I'm not even taking that color off my brush. And I come right here. Be very careful where I choose to lay this one. Not really. And I'm just going to lay it down. Little unfussy leaf shapes. I don't want to cover the whole ground with the leafage. Just in some, you know, certain areas. I'm not talking fast. I'm trying not to. So I'm just going to lay that there. Turn it back around. And I'll move this closer towards me this way so I don't feel like I have to reach 50 miles into the painting to get where I want to get. So I'm going to come over here on the side over there. It's probably not going to show up too much, but that's why they make paint. That's why they make it so we can variant our colors. That's why they do it. And I'm going to lay that right there, and I'm going to pull this right like that. I'm going to take that lighter green that I had out. I'm just going to lay in little blocks of color over here. Nothing too fancy yet. And I might lay a leaf right there. Heck, I might even go right there and lay one in. Okay, you're doing great. I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to pull out more paint. Yes, more paint. And we're really going to finish this up in a beautiful way. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, so before we go in and finish and start to really lay in the colors to our roses leaves, we have to add some dark. So I'm going to go in with Payne's Gray. And over the areas that are too bright, such as over here, there's some areas that are too bright, I'm going to go in and just knock them back. How do you do that? You put paint on your brush, okay? So let's say through here, you're just going to come in and just come in and create some bits of shadow. And then you're going to really pop everything forward. So this here looks a little too bright. So you're just going to come in and go right over that color. Don't worry about if it looks like that. You want that, okay? It's all in the way that you're playing. So you don't want to go into the dark area down there, obviously. That could be a bit of a problem. But what you want to do is you just want to kind of come in and lay a little bit of this in. And then over here the same way. So where this here looks a little too bright, I'm just going to come in and just... And then if I want to, I don't want to, I can come over here and add that. I felt like I needed another leaf. I'm going to do some vine work over there, don't worry about it. So right here, you want to kind of make sure that you have more than a set of leaves down. Okay, so you're going to kind of go back over your work where it looks like you're burying it, but you're really not. What you're doing is you're just giving a variance of colors. Like right here is a little too bright yet. That's a little bright, but that's okay. And before we continue, I'm going to take back my lovely round brush. I'm going to take back out my olive green. Where are you? Right here in front of me. And now we're going to have a little more fun. Only just going to be a little gentle with this. You don't need a whole lot. Okay? Get that right on your brush. Deep breath. Perfect. So I want you to pick where you want to put. So I think we're going to go, that looks good, yeah. So then I keep hitting that black spot down, it's driving me crazy. So I want to come off this way and through here and just lay in some little whatevers. I think it makes it just a tiny bit more appealing. And once we lay in all of our other type of stuff, it will really start to show through what we're doing. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to add just one. Right like that. You're going to hear my floor squeak. I think that is so pretty. We have a ways to go yet. We're not quite done yet, but we're close. Okay, so don't worry. I decided that's what I needed. That needed a bigger leaf there. Perfect. Look at that, a happy little accident. Bob Ross, you're my hero. I love Bob Ross. He's the bestest. He really is. Alright, I'm going to leave that like that. That is so pretty. I'm going to dry it, come back, and we're going to start putting in some leaf shapes for real. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. I want to fix this petal. It's showing too much center for one that's fallen on the ground. So I'm just going to come right up. I'll leave just a little bit of black like that. See? That's easy fix. Put out a lot of that color, so I'm just going to come right over here. Highlight over some areas that I can still see has the vermilion. Then we're going to get on with our leaves. But you know, if you see something that's driving you a little crazy, go back after it. It'll feel better. See, now it feels more closed up. Beautiful. You are doing beautiful. This is what happens when I get excited. I can't put the brush down. You just gotta play and fiddle. Play and fiddle. I know. Okay, so I'm gonna go right over this. Okay. I'm going to take that off the brush. Well, actually, I'm going to pick up a different brush because we're going to put in our true leaf forms now. It's going to be crazy. So I have some of the... What color did I put out? Come on, Teresa. I put out the chromium oxide green. Now we're going to put in some pretty shapes. And we'll show you how to distinguish them with some white. So you don't have to worry about things not looking quite proper and all that good stuff. Like, this was looking like the army came and took over and visited a little bit. Had a little army fatigue. You know, the stuff that they wear type thing. Their clothing is what I'm trying to say. And I go right over this. And I'm going to kind of... I'll leave that as it is. If you want a variance of greens in that, I'm going to pick that up. Yeah, that's not looking so happy with me right now. So I'll just lift that down like this. That looks good. Sorry, I have to lift it up away from you for a minute. It'll all start to make sense once I get my head out of my booty. Okay, so I'm going to come right over here and... Yep, I went right in there. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Alright. Use the rest of that paint up. I'm going to come right over here to where this fell on the ground. Then leave that alone. And rinse that brush off really well. Actually, I might pick up a different one. Now comes our fun. I'm going to take some white. And I'm glad I have that red out, because normally when you have bushes and things, you're going to have a little bit of red on the tips of some of your flowers. leaves that are Teresa, get it together. So you're just going to want to, I'm going to lay that down here gently. Lay this down here gently. Just let it fall. You don't have to do every single area of the leaf. Just kind of come in. Because remember, it's abstract now. We're just having fun. Nothing needs to be perfect. Ever. It's just going to be so fun to paint. Just paint your little heart out. Don't worry about anything. That's what Teresa says. Since this is a bush, I'm just going to go in on wherever I see, because I can't really see much right now. The reason being, I have a glare. So that's okay. Well, that's enough for there. I'm going to turn this so I can see a little bit. I'm going to just lay this down like that. And lay here. Put a little right there. Right here. Just right there. Look at us go. We are just having too much fun. That is not good for us. Actually, it's great for us. Alright, I'm going to clean that brush off again. We have some white. Here we go. We're going to get crazy. Excuse my hiccups here. So you see how this is going to have that white there. So I'm just going to do this. That's all I'm going to do. It's really all anyone needs to do. Is just add a little bit of whatever feels good. You don't want to add it, you don't have to. It's going to really help your painting. I'm going to sweep up through there, through here, and right on through there. Oh, that's looking pretty. Too pretty, pretty. Turn it. So we have some leafage here. We have a little bit here. And I'm just going to lay in a little bit of white. I'm going to knock some of it back, don't worry. I have no choice. Because it's meant to be a little darker down here than it is over here. Now you're going to go, that looks like a hot mess. I have to turn it so I can see it. Okay, so now I can see what I'm doing. Now you're just going to kind of lay this in like that. Kind of follow a little bit of shapes here and there. Don't let it get to you. Once they see that it's a bunch of little flowers and things, it'll all start to really pop together. That one's laying down, so I'm going to sweep over this way. I'm not going to worry about it. And we're going to have a little one right there. And pull that through. And that looks a little bare here, so we're just going to pretend there's another one right there. Girl, have you lost your mind? No. I really haven't. You have that lovely yellow-green there. Now you're going to just kind of stuttering. Go over some areas. See how that's really now dropping back some of those colors. I stutter when I get excited. Do you stutter when you get excited? When you're having fun? Goodness knows I do. And just lay these in there. That's all you do. Alright? I don't like it, Tracy. You will. You can go over that same stuff with the same color and just let it be. Because we have a little bit more to do and then we are about done. So I'm going to take that color again. I'm going to swoop in and just let it be. Right over that lovely white. Okay? You want it loose. You don't want it so super tight that it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's this, it's this, it's this. No. You just want to relax a little. And this is the shady part, but I'm adding some light to it anyway. I'm painting my way. Look what you did. Good job. Look at you go. You're doing beautiful. Can you believe this? You're just doing amazing. I'm absolutely stunned. I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. Get out your palette knife. We got a few more things to do. I'll be right back. Alright, I need to fix something. It's driving me nuts. I have to fix this corner. It's not meant for a lot of light, and it confuses the eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the original color that I had. I'm going to go right over it. Not going to hide it all. A little light source is fine. But I want to kind of knock that back a little bit. See, now that looks better. It's okay to have a little bit, but I had too much. And knock that back there a little bit more. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. So here, I'm just going to lay the brush down in some areas. Kind of make it look like there's a little bit more rhyme and reason. Doesn't need to be a lot. Don't need to do a lot. So I'm just going to lay this brush like this. And lay it like that. Oh, done. Take out your palette knife. What? What are we doing now? Time to put on your brave face. Take this, the very tip of it, go through your white. And now, it's going to look like it rained. You're doing so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I cannot even express it. Oh, you stayed. Yay. You know, normally when Teresa does something this, you're like, girl, that looks like crap. Nah, I'll lead you through it. You just have to have perseverance and push through, just like in life, you know. We're meant to pull through, and we're survivors and all that good stuff. So now I'm going to push that right there. Okay, so you see how that's a little puddle there? And do the same thing right here. Oh, look at that. That is just, see how it's starting to really pull together? Oh, I'm so proud of you. I really am. It's been a good Friday. We're having fun. And I'm just going to not do it every single place, but in a few areas. Like this. I hit the lamp, I hope, and not you. And just lay that like that. I'm going to go in, pull that off. I take a little bit of the cold gray, and we're going to go right underneath of it, and your painting is completed. Can you believe that? How much fun was it to paint abstract? I know, right? At first you're like, I'm going to get lost. I'm putting all this stuff here. There's no regimen to it. Teresa, you're leading us down a dark path. Nah. If I put that on that palette knife the right way, we're going to have a blooming error everywhere. There we go. Now that's looking beautiful. I'll pick up a bit more of that gray. And you are finished. Congratulations. Look what you made. You just did blobs of color. You smushed it around and you made something amazing. You are incredible. You just are. It's the way it's meant to be. You. Just you. You and your time. So what are you going to do now? You can take black and go around this, or gray, whatever color you want. I'll do that later once it dries because my hands are getting tired. And yeah, I just want you to try things differently, outside the box. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. So I want you to hurt your heart, relax, take that deep breath, let it go. That's all you have to do. You make something like this and someone's going to go, oh, I love it. Can I have it? Yeah. $50 million. Just plain. But seriously, I want you to just let it go. Just put blobs down and try to see something in the blob. That's what we do. Alright? So bless me be in your life. Bless me be in your journey. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. I want you to stay classy. I want you to stay sassy. But most of all, I want you to stay you. Much love and many hugs to you, my sweet friends. And I'm going to see you Monday for more fun. Bye for now.